Hey guys! I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha, and I hope that you guys are enjoying yourself. I hope you're enjoying my videos. I hope that you're understanding them and learning from them. And in this video, I want to speak to you guys about how INFJs come across as being extremely naive. Even though we are intelligent and intuitive, we know a lot more, we can sense a lot more than other people. Even though it's the case, I feel like, in my situation at least, I always come across as really, really naive. People always look at me like, oh my God, you're so innocent. My mom says this to me all the time. She's like, but you're so innocent. How can you go out in the real world? People are going to take advantage of you. People are going to harm you. You just stay here and I can protect you. I don't know why that's the case. It's also the case that people always want to protect us because they sense that naivete in us. They sense our innocence. Even though we know a lot, we also have this innocent streak in us. We believe in people, we trust people, we believe in this world, we have hope for this world even though no one else might. We believe that things are going to get better. We believe that humanity will triumph and come through even though right now it doesn't look like it. We believe, we're innocent and we're naive. I have a story that I can share with you guys. As you guys know, I travel a lot, and I was traveling in India once by myself, which in itself was a really big deal for everyone around me. They were like, you're going to travel by yourself? But what if you get harmed? What if someone rapes you? What if someone kidnaps you? What if someone blah, 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 blah. And I was just thinking to myself, but no one's going to do that. Why would they do that to me? I'm not specifically beautiful. I'm not specifically sexy. I don't dress in a way that attracts attention. I was basically a hobo backpacking with really torn up, dirty, ragged clothes. I had no money. I was a poor student back then, and I don't wear makeup. I look like not the kind of person who's going to attract any attention, so don't worry about it, right? And so I'd go around and random people would talk to me, obviously, and I did get sexually harassed a lot. But I always had positive things to say about India, and I always had hope because people were always kind to me and they were always taking care of me. I'd be sitting in a train station by myself reading, and some random family would come up to me and say, "Oh, are you by yourself? Let's sit. We'll sit with you so no one bothers you." Or I was sitting once in a park, and this cop came up to me and he's like, "Are you by yourself sitting here? But why? And that's not really safe." And so he didn't actually even sit down on the park bench next to me. He stood by my side like a security guard until I was ready to leave, because I was like, "No, I'm fine, please just leave me alone. I can take care of myself." He's like, no, I'm doing my rounds anyways. I'll just stand here and make sure you're fine until you leave." And I was just thinking to myself, that's so nice of you. That's so kind of you. You don't have to do that. I'm fine, right? And people would come up to me randomly in Burma or when I was in Laos, and these families came up to me and they're like, "Oh, you're from America?" And I'm like, "No, I'm from Canada and also from India." And they'd be like, "Oh, come to our house, come to dinner with us, come to dinner and we'll sit down. You can tell us all about how your life looks because we've never really met anyone from there." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." And these were strange families, and yes, they could have just taken me away and kind of done horrible things to me and killed me or raped me or whatever it might be. But I always went in with that innocence and that naivete to everything, and that trust, that absolute trust that everything's going to turn out for the best. And even if it doesn't, that it's the best thing that's supposed to happen to me. Even if I was in a horrible situation where someone was touching my boob without my permission, which happened a lot. It's terrible. Or I was in this room and this guy kept on banging on the door trying to let himself in, and he almost broke through. Thankfully, I called the cops and they were able to take him away. But he'd almost gotten in, and that would have been a dangerous situation to be in. But even then, I believe that it taught me a lot. It made me a stronger person. It made me really, really strong, and I knew that I could trust myself. I knew that I could deal with anything that came through, and I always brought my trusting nature into everything. Even now when I travel through the world, even though even now when I travel to India, even when I've been harassed many times when I go there, I still trust the people there. I'll still talk to people as much as possible. I'll be careful, but I'll still talk to people, and I'll still bring my own innocence and naivety and trust into every situation. And I think that all has to do with the fact that we have hope. We always carry hope with us into every situation that we go into. Even those situations that I believe do not deserve hope. I mean, right now, I guess, if you look at the world right now, like having hope in this world right now is actually, I guess, a stupid thing to have. And people tell me that all the time. I'm always arguing with people because I tell them, yeah, I know the world is kind of going to shit. Yes, I know that there's a lot of horrible things happening, but I believe in our humanity. I believe in human beings. I believe in our power. I believe in our strength. I believe in our intelligence and courage and our beauty and our love for this world and ourselves and everyone else. And I believe in us. And I know that we'll be able to come through and we'll push through and something good will come out of all this. I always have hope. I bring this hope, this beautiful emotion that I just love. I love hope. I love the emotion of hope, and I love the feeling of hope. And I bring this hope into everything that I do, no matter what I do, right? Even when I started this YouTube channel, everyone was telling me that it was an idiotic idea. They were like, no one's going to listen to you. You need to do things differently. It's already oversaturated the market. No one's going to care about your stuff. I mean, there was a lot of negative things. And if I did not have hope, if I was obviously not innocent and naive and believed in myself and trusted the world, and trusted my intuition. My intuition was telling me to go ahead and do it. My intuition was telling me it's okay. Even if no one listens to you, that's fine. You're doing this for you. But my hope, that feeling came through, and I was like, no, I'm hopeful. I'm sure 1 or 2 people will listen to me and like it. And even if they don't do it, I'm so happy that I get to do this. I'm so happy that we live in a world where I can share my words and my voice like this. I can talk about things that matter to me, and perhaps people will listen to it, perhaps they won't. But I'm grateful that I live in a world like this. And so we always, as INFJs, I think, bring our innocence, our naivete, and our trust and hope into every situation we go to. Obviously, that kind of comes across as a situation where I feel people think they can take advantage of us, because they're like, oh, she's stupid. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's just too innocent. She's too naive. You can just push her around. It'll be fine, kind of thing. She'll take it, or she won't even understand that it's happening. And so people I've obviously done that in the past. I was sitting in another train station. I spent a lot of time in train stations in India because I love trains. I love that noise that they make when they're kind of going over the tracks. I'm not a good voice artist, but I love trains. I was sitting in the train station waiting for another train, and this man sat down next to me, and he put his hand on my thigh, and he was like, I have a room nearby. Do you want to come? Just out of the blue. I was sitting there minding my own business, and that happened. And because we're innocent, I guess, people are like, oh, she's naive, she's innocent, she's stupid, she's just going to come along, she's not going to know. He wasn't saying that, he wanted to have sex with me. He was saying that I have this room, you're sitting by yourself, there are no trains for the next few hours, you're going to have to be in the train station for the next few hours by yourself, there's a lot of crazy people around, I'm a trustworthy person, come with me, you don't have to share my bed, I won't do anything to you, just come, kind of thing, right? Of course, in that situation, I did not bring my innocence and naivete into it. I did not trust the person, and I did not have hope that he was being honest. I said, no, I'm sorry. That's not happening. I'm not going to a strange room with a stranger in a strange city believing that he's not going to do anything to me. So I don't think that we are necessarily stupid all the time. We see more than most people realize we see. Even though we like to bring our innocence and our trusting nature into everything, it doesn't mean that we're stupid and we don't see when you're trying to take advantage of us. It doesn't mean that we're stupid and we don't see when you're being rude to us or deliberately being cruel to us. It doesn't mean that we don't see when you're actually taking advantage of everything that we're doing for you, the kindness that we're giving you, okay? It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that we're blind to all of that stuff. We still see it and we still have hope. And that's why I love being who I am, because that's the kind of person we are. We see all the negativity, and in spite of all the negativity, we have hope. And that's the kind of person I want to be in this world. I don't want to be the cynical, bitter human being that's like, everything sucks, nothing matters, there's nothing we can do anyway, so let's just everything go to shit and I don't care. I don't want to be that person. I want to be that hopeful, beautiful person, that individual filled with hope and gratitude and love for this world, that always has hope, that always believes that good things are coming, that always believes that there's good in the world and good in every human being. I want to be that person. And that's why I love being an INFJ, because we are filled with that beautiful hope. We're filled with that joy of being here, of being on this planet, of loving everyone despite all the negative things that have happened to us, all the negative things that are happening. We're still hopeful. And I just love that about us. I just love it. And I hope that you too as well. I again hope that this makes sense. I hope I was able to explain myself to you guys. If you guys have any questions at all, obviously please message me anytime. All my contact information is in the description below. And you can see the ducks behind me. They're so cute. The colorful ones are the male ones, and the darker ones, the brown ones, are the females, which is really interesting to me. And they do mate for life, I think, which is really cute. And so I hope that you guys have an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.